Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever! Ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be part 10 of our Make Britain Great Again campaign. Things are going relatively decently for Conflict Transport Limited. There is pretty good production up here in Inverness Forest. It's actually going to go ahead and upgrade in just a month's time. So that's excellent news. It means that the production, in theory, is going to go comfortably above 100, which makes me very happy indeed. There we go. It has upgraded. 102 is the level of production at the moment. Hopefully, okay, it's sitting around 100. It's slightly dropping, but that's fine. The production there is good. It's going to dump a load of logs into that little area there. And as you can see down this way, there are a bunch of logs awaiting transport down towards wherever we take them to. Where do we take the logs to? I've completely forgotten. We don't take them over there, although we actually could have. Oh man, that really would have made sense, wouldn't it? If we connected this up so that train could take the logs down to there, and then sort of, you know, down to there, then truck to there, then truck back, then sort of directly down to Brighton. That might have been an idea. That's what we're doing with it, right? No, we're taking them to here. I've completely forgotten. It's been like a day since I recorded the last episode. It's not even. It's been like 12 hours. And I'm just getting forgetful in my old age. It happens. That's all it is. But we should have a decent number of planks here, which we do. These trains are doing their thing. What are you carrying? You are, in fact, carrying planks, which is good stuff. So that train there is going to head off on his way. You've picked up those planks. You're going to take them over to Brighton. And ladies and gentlemen, I think the focus of today's episode is going to be quite a simple one. I think it's going to be to make sure that this company is comfortably profitable and relatively successful. Because I think today I'm going to work towards wrapping things up for the Make Britain Great Again Let's Play. Because the frame rate is particularly bad at the moment, and I do want to load up a new map, an American map, and one of the giant maps possibly, and start up a new series in about a week's time. So I think today will likely be the final episode, unless something goes horrendously wrong, and it will take another episode or two to fix, but I think today we'll work towards wrapping things up. I mean, for example, the production here is quite low, but the amount of things just here it's ridiculous, the amount of stuff there. So, I mean, I think it is going to be an idea to just work towards wrapping things up. Oh god, you're not even going to pick up any more grain. That's kind of ridiculous. We really need to get another train on there, or possibly just have one train that carries cattle. That might be an idea. You there, you are actually going to go back to... I know you're carrying 80 grain, but just go back to the depot. Yes, that dumps the grain. Yes, I'm aware that's a complete and total waste. But I want to dump off the grain so I can just switch this train out to no longer carry cattle, because I just don't think it needs to. As for over here, I actually noticed we are a little low on cash there. We are, wow, did we replace a vehicle? New vehicles, minus 30.3 million. What on earth did I spend 30.3 million on? Hold on a second, I can actually find out if I go into here and have a little look at the age of the vehicles. So the youngest vehicle is a 2-month-old Train 10, which I believe it was is a long HST, so fair enough. Admittedly, we do have some 63-year-old buses on the Liverpool Loop. I might want to look into replacing those. Definitely a possibility there that I might want to look into replacing those. Where on earth is the... What depot did I send... What depot did I send that... I'm really confused at the moment. Hold on a minute. What depot did I send Aberystwyth Train Depot? Where is that? Oh, just over the... Okay, there, that makes sense. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sell these, and we're gonna buy some more of these wagons here that can carry grain, and they're gonna be set to carry just, well, grain. We'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, which brings us up to 10, I think, in total. We'll go ahead and change the color of the entire train. We'll keep it that bright yellow color. We might go a little paler with it there. And we'll set that back on the livestock and grain line. And hopefully that's going to do some great stuff. Oh, there we go. And hopefully that's going to do some great stuff. That's going to carry a lot of grain, which is super exciting. So there it goes. That's hopefully going to be a little bit more efficient. And I think it needs to be, considering the amount of grain sat in this farm and the amount of grain sort of sat up here as well. My god, there's a lot of logs. Kind of makes me think that we might want to look into upgrading the log train as well. But I guess we'll see about that one. Here's what we should do. We should absolutely go ahead and deal with the old vehicles we have. Because there are some, like I said, that were like 63, 64 years old. So, the vehicles on the Liverpool Loop are, yeah, old bandy buses. So let's set them to replace with the City Bus R2, I guess. Capacity of 60 versus 38 on that bandy bus. We could go for 90 on another bandy bus. That's always an option. Which I think we'll do. We'll go for, I don't know what color they were. We'll go for sort of a nice blue for these. And they are a little expensive, but they have a lifespan of 35 years versus 35 years. Oh, wow, they are almost twice as old as they should be. Okay, let's go for the cheaper option. It still carries more people, but we'll go for the cheaper option and we'll say replace. So that's the Liverpool Loop sorted. The Leeds Loop is going to be next. It's going to be a similar story of replacement, so it's going to be set to the same bus, and it's also going to be blue. And we'll say yes, do go ahead and replace that. So the Leeds Loop is going to get sorted. The Edinburgh to Glasgow bus line needs a bit of TLC as well. I do like that you can see the specific balance of every vehicle. That's quite nice. Edinburgh to Glasgow is gonna need replaced, so what vehicle is it currently? That's my question. It's currently City Bus. Oh, they've been around for a while apparently. Okay. Let's set that to be replaced with City Bus 1R2 in, I'll go orange in these ones and replace. Alrighty. So that's the Edinburgh to Glasgow line going to sort itself out. And then the Glasgow to Inverness line is a similar story with the City Bus R2. So let's go ahead and do a... Oh, I think the game's auto-saving. There we go. Game's auto-saving, no problem. Let's swap you out like that. And automatically replace. And there are a few old vehicles down here, such as these trucks. What are they? What are you? Oh, they are actually supposed to be replaced a lot sooner than 22 years. Interesting. Okay, I guess we'll replace the Ford Transit. Honestly, I should go for a better vehicle, but I'm going to stick with the little Ford Transit because I kind of like it. I want to get them in... I'm going to go... They were light green. I'm going to go for a sort of... I'm going to go for a very... that light blue, I think. And they need to be carrying food. So let's set that up like so, and they are gonna get replaced. Anything else too old? No, I think everything else is nice and young. What's the most profitable vehicle we have? Train 7. What's the one that's losing the most? Train 14. Livestock and the grain one. Hopefully that's gonna change. It's an old train though, so I don't know. It is carrying a full cargo though. Yeah, that's carrying 200 grain. So I'm curious to see what kind of money you're actually going to make. Because 200 grain is... I mean, that's a lot, right? That's gotta be some serious cash. And it is exactly how much money? 7.65 million. Not bad. Definitely not bad. And then you're coming in here with nothing because you're the plank train. You're going to be carrying how many planks? You're going to be carrying 27. It would be nice if we had more planks going up and down, but the problem is, I mean, we could have more planks going up and down. That's the thing. Like, we have, you know, so many logs set here. We have 122 logs. The problem is, I mean, I don't really want to risk chucking another train onto the logs to Birmingham line, because I feel like that is a bit of a risky one. It would be really nice if I could duplicate this train from here as well. Let's give you an unlimited waiting time and see what happens. Yeah, it would be really nice to... Wait a minute. Is there not a train line there? Wait a minute. Do we... Oh, it's because I've only got this one highlighted. That's fine. I was going to say. Yeah, it would be nice if I could get another train on there, but I think it's a little too expensive. I don't think the production up here is necessarily good enough yet to warrant that extra train. Now, you are going to fill up, which is great news. Then you're going to bugger off, which is also great news. I'm also noticing the production of cattle seems to be... Oh my god, the production here is 240. Christ, that's ridiculous. That's really good, but also ridiculous. Having a look at this farm, it's producing a decent bit as well, not as much. And then Edinburgh Oil Refinery is currently complaining because it wanted me to ship more stuff. Which, I mean... I've tried, it just doesn't really work. It's not that profitable. Speaking of profits, though, I mean, 2055, it's February, we're on like 10 million in terms of profit. So I think my goal of getting the company to recover has been achieved. I think what we'll go ahead and do is repay the remaining 40 million. Why do I keep saying 40,000? Let's repay the remaining 40 million for the loan. So... That's twice now that I've taken a loan of near 100 million. And that's twice now I've managed to pay it back and remain relatively successful as a result. I'm okay with that. I'm quite okay with that. What are you currently carrying? 115 fuel. I wonder if I could get you to just carry more. I wonder if that's the thing I could do. Once you dump off that fuel, I want you to go back to the depot. Once you get that profit, there you go. Back to the depot with you. So off he goes. I don't think you dropped it all off. No, you didn't. You only dropped off 40, but that's fine. You still got the money for it. But I think what I'll do is I'm going to throw a few more tanks onto that train so that it can carry more fuel and so it can carry more crude oil. Because I think that might help with production a little bit. Hopefully. Hopefully that's going to help with production a little bit. I think it is also the only train I have on the, on that line taking crude oil up to Edinburgh, so I could tell it to wait for a full load as well. That is definitely an option, but we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and purchase the little tank that it's going to need, so we're going to get a couple of these. We'll go for, it's 1.54 million each. Let's go for, I could go for 10 of them, costing me 15 million. But I don't think I have the station length, so I'll go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more of them. And I will change the color of train 13 to no longer be the color it was. We'll go for... Let's go for a nice pink, because I think that's appropriate. And that would have been on the... Edinburgh fuel line? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it would have been. Oh, that's beautiful. That is... Oh, wow. That is something to behold. Is what that is. That's great. That's real good. Okay. Super pleased with that. Super pleased with that. Now, here's something I actually want to try real quick. And this is something that I... have seen suggested a couple of times. I've seen it once or twice mentioned in the comments, and I want to see if it's a thing I can do. So I'm gonna use the terrain editor here to raise up the land, just like this. Is that the what is that? That's a smooth terrain tool. That is placing trees and rocks and all that stuff. You can do this in this game for some reason. Like I can place a bench if I want to. Not sure why I'd want to, but I can. Then like fences and like track field lighting if I want. I can light the track. That snaps to the track. Hold on, to the benches? No, okay. So, I didn't know I could, like... Oh, wow. I can put fences along the track. I didn't know this. Okay, that's super interesting, actually. I don't know why I'd want to. It's never nighttime, but okay. Anyway, what I want to do is I want to raise up the terrain a little bit here. And I want to see if I can just flatten it. Now, this is obviously going to cost a fair bit of money to do, but I want to see if I can just, like, raise it up and create a little bridge that goes over this train line. I want to see if it's possible, basically. I don't know if it is, but I think it's a fun experiment to try. And considering the amount of money I have and the amount of money I'm making, I think it's probably fine to try it. So let's just do that kind of mess, I suppose. Let's try flattening that out a little bit as well. There we go, that's coming along real nicely. So let's just smooth all of that out. There we go, nice and easy does it. That's looking a little bit better. This little bit's kind of messy, but that's fine. Alright, my question is, can I bring a small country road to there? And then bring the said small country road over like that? No. However, were I to bring up the terrain on this side to the same height, would I be able to just straight up build effectively a bridge? That's the real question, and that's what I'm going to find out. Okay, so while technically, yes, I was able to build a bridge over that train track, this isn't quite what I was thinking of when I coined the idea. So, I mean, it's possible, just not by me, is what we're going to say to that. It's definitely doable. You just want to be more talented than I happen to be. And that's fine. That's fine. I can live with that. I can totally live with that. Now let's have a look. There's a beautiful pink train heading out. Hopefully going to pick up a bunch of fuel. We have my... What is that? Is that a TGV? That is a TGV. How many people have you got on you? 110 passengers. I really should, number one, look into replacing these things. And number two, possibly get one of the bigger, more expensive ones, because I don't know how many people actually want to go to Edinburgh. Let's have a little look. There's 71 people there. And that number is increasing. So either we could get a third small TGV, or we could replace one of the small ones with a bigger one. Which is kind of an exciting idea in and of itself. I don't know. We'll do one of the two things. Let's see. What are you currently carrying? You are currently carrying 80 and 80. Beautiful stuff there. Absolutely beautiful stuff. A whole bunch of people currently waiting here as always. There goes a TGV. How many people had... Is that a long one? Or is that a short... I don't know if that's... I think that's a short one. Yeah, 110 people. Currently full. Heading up to Edinburgh. This one's bringing 110 people in. How much money does that actually make? 3.2 million on whatever train that is. Train 7. And... 4.3. How much profit am I actually making? So, in 2056... I... have currently... not made much. Why have I not made much? General running costs, I guess, are so high. Oh yeah, to be fair, last year I did only make 11.2 million. But I wonder if I was to sell one of these TGVs, like this one here, I'm going to send you back to the depot. So just dump those passengers off and let them run back to the station. I think I'm gonna sell one of the smaller TGVs, and I'm gonna get possibly one of the super long ones. And to be honest, one of the super long TGVs might not be a bad idea to send back and forth between Norwich, London, and Plymouth. We shall see. We shall certainly see. Oh, I love watching those crossover like that. It is really cool. What are you carrying? 142 of 232 people. Yeah, I don't think we need a super long one. Although that was the, what, that's the Leeds line, I think? I don't know. Let's sell you anyway. 5.72 million. I realize the longer I leave it to replace trains, the less money I get back from them. So that can carry 186, cost me 8.95 million. That can carry, no, that's not the speed. 250 people. I think I can afford that. So I'm gonna try and afford it. So there we go. We bought a TGV. Super expensive, but we're gonna set that on the London-Edinburgh line. There we go. That is not the color I picked for you. You are supposed to be that color, if you don't mind. Oh yeah, that's a significantly longer train. Kind of glad I didn't go for the super long one, because I don't think it would have fit. What are you carrying? 130 of 138 fuel. Why have you got... Hold on a minute. Let me look at your line. Vehicles. Did I set you to carry... No, you're just not carrying... Okay, I don't know what's up with you. That's fine. Where did the... is that the new one? That is the new one, right? I think. Oh god, what train are you? You're train number 11. Yeah, you're carrying no one and can carry 250 people, right? That's the correct... That train's fine. What's the alert up here? Birmingham Food Processing Plant wants me to ship more items. So you want me to move more food. I mean, I'm trying. I guess these little things are just terrible. I do want to carry 9 food, I suppose. Maybe I should move more food at a time. Might be an idea. Do those little... Do the little transits actually make money? Yeah, they do. They do actually make money. Every 37 seconds they're there as well. These ones, not so much. They are losing a bit of cash. That's fine. Interestingly, the grain line is losing a bit of money as well, which is curious. The London-Edinburgh line still making cash there. The Planks line losing a bit of money. That's kind of to be expected. Is it bad that I kind of want to get an army of like another 10 of those transits to go back and forth here? It's probably bad, but I'm probably going to do it. Granted, there's a lot of them in traffic here. It would make sense to get a few bigger trucks. Especially with how busy these roads through London actually are. And I don't think I can upgrade those to extra large straights, because I think that will have to... Oh no, I totally could actually do that. That's tempting. That is very tempting to go to an extra large straight. Too much slope though, apparently. I disagree. So I can do it there. Unfortunately, cannot do it there. Can't do it there either. Can do it there, apparently. Yeah, no, that doesn't seem like it's going to necessarily be possible. So let's just go back down to the smaller roads that we know we can use. And that's fine. I have a lot of transits, don't I? Like, I have a lot of Ford Transits. I think I do need to change this main road through London to be large streets with bus lanes. Just so my vehicles can move a bit easier. Because they're having a pretty hard time. And this will make life easier for them, so... Let's just push through central London with a bunch of bus roads and a bunch of bus lanes. That's got a bunch of my vehicles on it too. So does that road. So does that road. This road here is going to be an extra large... Oh, no, that is possible. There we go. So extra large street there. Sort of... Oh, let's just do that one then. There we go. So that should make life a lot easier for my my transits to get through London. Which is good. That's kind of what we want to do. It's kind of absolutely what we want to do. I do also kind of want to make room for my vehicles down here. But that's potentially going to bulldoze a lot of buildings. And I actually can't do that there. What about a small street? I don't think I can put bus lanes in a small street. Or apparently I can. I don't know if that's actually doing anything, but apparently that is now a road with bus lanes. I'll take your word for it, game. I don't know if that's true. What are you doing? You're fuel to London. You're carrying nothing. 30.8k from that little guy. Alright. Fair enough. I feel like this... I may have just downgraded a road I didn't mean to downgrade. Hold on a minute. Extra large street. Let's get that whole thing to be an extra large street. There we go. That's better. That's much better. That should totally hold all my traffic and all my trucks. Now back to the complaint at hand. Do we need more vehicles on here? I feel like I probably do. And my god, there's a lot of traffic coming over from the mountain road there. Let's maybe get a medium country road that can have some bus lanes on it for my vehicles. Just like that. And let's do similar going up the mountain, actually. I feel like a bunch of bus lanes going up the mountain. For one, a little bit unrealistic. But for two, possibly necessary considering what seems to be going on here. Unable to align terrain, that's a shame. We can do that a little bit though. So that merges into one lane for the tunnel. That's actually kind of dangerous if you think about it. It's like, hey, let's merge right at the entrance to this tunnel. Sure. That should be fine. So that gives... Wait a minute, that's not the road I wanted, is it? No, that is the road I wanted. Is it only my vehicles using it, though? No, so that completely defeated the purpose. I think it is just a faster road. What I was looking for was the large, the 4-lane country road. Alright, well, I'm an idiot. I'm a complete idiot, apparently. Good to know. Okay, I'm buying another army of transits because we kind of need them. And I know I could go for the 40-ton truck, but they're a lot more expensive and they're not quite as fun as the transit. So, we're doing the transit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. 10 transits. And they are all going to be set on the Food one, whatever it is. Where's the Food? London Food. Food, Birmingham to London? I think that's it. I think that's it. Might be. A bunch of white transits, though. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a very specific killer. Yeah, there's the... That's a lot of vehicles. Let's change that... Wow, that's a lot of vehicles. Let's change your color to be, that. There we go. Very bright blue. You can see them quite clearly in traffic there. But you can also see them just darting past all the traffic because they can go in the bus lane. Which is what I want them to do. Good. There they go. Just getting past everybody. You need replaced. You are filthy. That truck is filthy. Jesus. Might want to look into that. Also, might be worth setting up a little sort of bypass road around Birmingham here so they don't have to go through the middle of Birmingham. Let's have a little look and see if that's a thing I can do. So if I sort of go off of there, sort of like that, and then around like this, sort of like that, then around like this, and then sort of like this, not like that, sort of around like that, and straight across, maybe to there, I guess. Like, I'm thinking that's gotta make it easier for me. Yeah, there they go. That's gotta make life a lot easier. No longer do they have to go straight through Birmingham. They can use this little slip road. It means that traffic coming from Aberystwyth can get there a bit quicker as well. They don't have to go through Birmingham. Which is good stuff. So all of my vehicles are gonna head in here, hopefully pick up a bunch of food, and do some good stuff. As for, wait a minute. Planks? Logs. Oh, you carry both, don't you? Yeah, you can carry both. Wait, do you? I think you carry both. Yeah, we bring logs in here, then trucks take them over there, then yeah, that's fine. Alright. I may have had a moment. Oh god, that's a lot of vehicles. Those transits really are so inefficient. It's kind of funny how inefficient they are. Can I tell them as a line, can I say that you really shouldn't wait all that long? At most you're gonna wait for a minute. Like why do you stop? You sit there for so long. They are picking stuff up though, admittedly, which is great news. Your production's at 146. I think is it trying to increase or is it trying to decrease? I can't quite tell. No, it's increasing. Alright, that's good. So production's increasing there. Those guys are doing their thing. Production over here. There's a lot of cattle all of a sudden. That's not necessarily surprising, considering that happens every bloody time that I start... like, of course I switched to focusing on grain with one of the trains, and then suddenly it's like, oh, we're all about the cattle. That's typical. That's bloody typical. You're carrying some logs, which is fun. Yeah, you're producing like a good one. Alright. Where'd my mouse has disappeared? I actually... Hold on a minute. Where Oh, no, there it is. It was on one of my other screens. It actually did legitimately just sort of vanished. What are you carrying? 86 grain. What if we have one train that carries a bunch of grain and one that carries a bunch of cattle? I feel like that might be an idea. That said, I feel like that train's probably going to fill up no problem anyway. How's the money looking? Money is 19.3 million last year, despite spending 1.27 million on new vehicles, with running costs of 103 million. This year, or actually we can look at the last year, the year was 2059. We spent 103 million on running costs, 1.66 million on new vehicles, yet we made 26.5 million thanks to the income of 131 million. So I would say the company is relatively profitable. I think we're doing really well for ourselves. There is one thing I would like to do though, or one thing I'm very tempted to do, is create a little train line that sort of goes Plymouth, Brighton, Norwich to Leeds. Plymouth, Brighton, Norwich, Leeds, Edinburgh, Inverness, Glasgow, Liverpool, Aberystwyth, Birmingham, Plymouth. It doesn't go to London. I kind of want to do that, but I know for one that's going to take me at least like another 45 minutes to 60 minutes to kind of fine-tune that kind of thing, so I'm not gonna. I might save that as like a little bonus project at some point for this map. But I do want to do something that is gonna be considered a bit of a faff about. It's something that's gonna be kind of silly, so I'm gonna very quickly save my game, because if I don't, it might not like this. So we're gonna save, like so, and I want to get a new train. I want to get a new passenger train, and I want it to be I want to see how long I can make a train, basically. So we're gonna get the strongest locomotive we can, which is obviously the 103. Or no, it's not the 103, is it? It is the 103. We're gonna get the 103. We're gonna get it in red because it's gonna be fast. Then it's gonna have some wagons, which are gonna be... Well, you can go 124, so it's gonna have to be those, because I need it to go as fast as it can. What's the... Can I see, like, the length of you? No. That can't go as fast, unfortunately, or I would go for that one. So let's get a few of these. And I want to see if I can make a, like, half-mile long train. I want to see just, for one, I mean, that's going to cost me a lot of money. That's actually, I don't actually have the money to do this, do I? I legitimately don't think I have the money. Can I get to point 4? I can get to point 4. Let's put you in London to Edinburgh. I want to see how long this train is. I want to see this. This is the longest train I've ever made. It can carry 672 people. I kind of wanted to make a mile-long train, but considering how much money this... Oh my god, it's still going. Considering how much money this took... it's still going. It's still... Oh my god, that's the end of it there. Yeah, so this exists because I was watching James, Flabaleaky, SimSupply, Mr. James Turner. I was watching him play this on, like, we were on a Skype call, he was screen sharing, and he was playing a map Like, it wasn't a Let's Play map or anything. He was just playing the game. And, I was pestering him saying that he needs to build a kilometer-long train. And he didn't. He wouldn't. He refused. So I've decided that there is a almost half-mile long passenger train. Which I'm actually curious to see. Hold on, for one, it's going to be able to go through half of these tunnels and be out one end, and it's going to be able to go through some tunnels. Right, not this one, but some of the tunnels. It's going to be able to go through and be sticking out both ends, which is great. But just look at this thing. It just keeps on going. And then the traffic here is going to be stopped for a while. Oh god, this thing isn't going to be able to turn around. Oh, that's hilarious. Hold on, if that pulls into the station, is it still crossing over that road? Oh, tell me it is. It is. Yes, it is. Then it has to, like, be forced to turn around and then it's stuck. Alright. Oh, no, it's moving. That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous, and I'm so okay with it. Let me very quickly, like, help that thing just get back in its own side of the track, because it shouldn't be there. It should be there. So it should be able to cross over. Yeah, there it goes. So that's good. That thing is it carrying anybody? 41 people. Good. 41 of 672. Oh, I want to make it longer. I know it's not going to be a reasonable thing to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to leave it there for today, and I think I'm going to leave it there for the Make Britain Great Again campaign. I think everything up until the save point where I created this train has been reasonable. I think we've done a reasonable job here. I think, oh my god, it just keeps going. It's so ridiculous. It really is. I think we've done a pretty good job here. We are actually still making money despite this thing existing. How expensive is this? What does this cost me per year? Is that the run? So that was the running cost last year. The running cost this year would be more. Running costs are, it's 12.4 million a year, so it's not actually that expensive. Like, for what it is, it's not actually that expensive. I'm pretty sure we are making more money than that in a year, so that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, obviously, it's not going to be able to fit in that station. It did make 1.17 million, and it does now have 46 passengers. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there, folks. Thank you kind of for watching. This is the most ridiculous train. But it's not the biggest train I could have made. I could have went bigger. I just didn't have the funds, unfortunately. So yeah, thank you kind of for watching. This isn't the end of Transport Fever on the channel. There will be more of it, just not immediately. I'm going to leave it about a week and then start up another series. And it'll likely be on an American map. So there's that to look forward to. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!